What does the state of non-surrender look like? You know that state, the state where you're pushing in one direction or another for something to be different than what it is. The state in which your mind, intellect, ego feel disturbed, off-center, non-aligned, actually can feel filled with grief or anger or sorrow at the malalignment of the way you think things should be and the way they are. I want you to know that the role that these forces, these experiences play in your life enable you to observe the egotistic consciousness that is in a non-surrendered space directly. As you practice this observing the non-surrender of another and the non-surrender of yourself, you'll become more and more detached from people and situations that are pushing your buttons, that are causing you pain, causing sorrow, so that they become the teacher in a classroom of what non-surrender looks like. And that means non-surrender in yourself of what you wish things were versus what they truly are, and non-surrender in others who are pushing without the capacity to understand repercussions. And it really leaves us with a sense of compassion for both ourselves and for others in this world that pushes, in this world of agendas, in this world of the ego saying life should be this way, relationships should be this way. And so with this, I'd like to do a meditation where we can address a situation that is causing us a challenge. And so I'd like you to turn off your phone and come into a nice seated position where your feet are on the ground and your hands are in your lap. And I'd like you to come inside into your very familiar internal terrain. And I want you to think about a situation that is bothersome, that is causing you stress or anxiety, or anger, that is not the way you want it. I recommend you do a small situation to start here, like with your own family or a neighbor or a coworker, and not take on global issues right now. And so I'm going to give you 30 seconds to really think about what that situation is. Really look at it as though you're back in the experience face to face with what the situation is that you wish was different. And now, I want you to imagine what it would feel like to let go of your agenda around how that situation should be different. In a way, surrender to the real truth of it. Not surrender to bad behavior, but surrender to trying to control in any way what's really true in the situation. See it for what it is. It doesn't matter what the motivation is. A lack of scarcity, fear, loss of control or power that causes someone to act out. Doesn't matter the story, just observe what's really going on. There's a light of awareness. This is the true situation without me doing anything. I am surrendering to this fact. This is what's real. Not what I wish it were to be, not what I hoped it would be, not what I want it to be, not what's right or just or fair. This is what's real. And then I'd like for you to bring in a type of a balm of compassion for the entity, person, situation that you're looking at, for their not knowing, for their behaving badly, for their behaving out of fear or scarcity. Apply that balm into that situation like a moisturizer. And then also apply this balm of compassion onto yourself for any reactiveness you've had, any sorrow, any grief. And acknowledge your courage for stepping into what's real, stepping into the now of what is true right now, and surrendering to that fact. This way, as an activist or a change maker, you can step into that situation with compassion and at an appropriate time and in an appropriate manner, invite a transformation. You maintain agency. You maintain love and compassion. And most importantly, the most important thing is you're surrendering to what is real and true and not living in the past or the future. Now, with this practice, I'd like for you to gently come out of your meditation, your mental journey, your exploration. Come back out, and I want to inspire you to practice throughout your day this quality of surrender to what's true, to what's real, without any reaction to it, just observing it, the arising of what's true in your life, in yourself, in your home, in your neighborhood, at work, what's real and true, without anger or judgment, without grief, without sadness. Play with the experience of surrender to what's real and true.